We held the second Protection Review Summit on the 9th of March 2017, and the topic was "There's nothing else that the protection industry can do to increase consumer trust." It was a really lively debate, if a little heated at times, and we've put together a white paper which you can download on this page. But here is a minute from each of the main speakers. I really hope you enjoy it, and if you've got any feedback or if you'd like to be involved in a future Protection Review Summit, do please get in touch.
So I think ultimately the question is, can the protection industry do more about consumer trust? And I think the obvious answer is yes. And I don't think anybody would defend the fact that we couldn't do more. I guess my question is, should we do more? Are there other issues that we should focus on? And when you look across all the surveys and industry stats around which industries are trusted, which professions are trusted, the insurance industry never does well. But neither do estate agents, neither do the journalists. What the journalists and the estate agents do incredibly well is that they convince customers that there's a need for their products. So journalists, there are 9 million newspapers that are sold on a daily basis. While nobody trusts what journalists say, people are engaged with the product that they're giving. And I think it's the same with our industry, but we don't do it. We don't allow customers to engage with our products. We don't educate them as to the need for our products. We don't engage with them and make our products something that they want to engage with, something they want to buy, something they want to really see the value from. And we have a compliance and regulatory regime that makes it very difficult to sell our products. So perhaps what we need to do is focus our efforts more on some of these pieces than worrying about trust. So could we do more on trust? Absolutely. Should we do more on trust? I suspect we should use our efforts elsewhere to really get customers engaged in the need for our products.
My view and my conversation today was based around the claims experience. We believe that claims could and should be paid a lot quicker. There's been great inroads made in terms of the percentage of claims paid. As most of us know, 98-99% of all claims are being paid. Our issue is the speed those claims are dealt with and how cumbersome the process is. What we'd like to see, and what we think the industry is more than capable of achieving, as we underwrite applications now over the phone and online with no signatures, is we would like to see a process where on day one the claim's registered, there's a telephone interview, rather than sending out a claims form. The client's asked and emailed to email a death certificate in, and the claim can then be processed, and assuming everything seems above board, be processed and paid within 5 days or so. We think the technology is available. It's just a case of making the will, and the industry needs to show a lot more empathy for normal people in normal situations who need to get their hands on money quickly, because a lot of people take out life policies quite simply just to cover funeral costs and leave a small lump sum for their family. So our argument is we need to up our game to improve trust. Don't look as though we're stalling, let's pay those claims quicker, and that will continue to improve consumer confidence.
Hi, I'm Melissa Collett, and I'm a director and a consultant at Fair Finance. And I think there's a lot more that the protection industry can do to increase consumer trust. Starting with complaints handling. Their scores on uphold rates have hovered around 25% for the past few years. That's just not good enough in an industry where the product is peace of mind. It's really important, and there's some easy wins for companies to improve their uphold rates, starting with aligning their approaches with that of the FOS and educating their staff about how to handle complaints more effectively. Secondly, I think companies can really improve on transparency. Research done by Fair Finance shows that companies are really lacking in this area. If you look at terms and conditions, they're impenetrable. The average reading age, far too high, and the number of words off the scale. So there are some really quick and easy wins companies and steps companies can take to improve these by looking again, reviewing the product documents, their online journeys, and making things a lot easier and accessible to customers, and that will increase the transparency of the product, help customers to understand, and improve customer trust and ultimately sales.
It was the great man Albert Einstein who once said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing time and time again and expecting different results. I believe we're at this place when we talk about the issue of consumer trust. If you look back to 2015 and a report issued by the syndicate, it will show all the reasons why consumers do not trust us as insurance companies and place us on par with bankers and estate agents. We are in danger of doing the same thing time and time again. So for the purpose of this debate, I would like to introduce something more radical. I believe that we should introduce non-contestability clauses into our protection products. These clauses state that we will pay out a claim irrespective of the nature of the claim after a specified period of time, unless there is absolutely clear evidence of fraud. Now, they're not new. If you look around, you'll see clauses like this in Canada, the US, the Far East, and in India. But, in my view, we need to do something radical if we're ever going to regain the trust that we wish to have from our consumers.